He was legal, paid taxes, had a good job, lived in the UK for 7 years. Then at 6 a.m., immigration knocked. Within 72 hours, he was deported. What went wrong? Just one violation buried in the small print of his visa. This isn't rare, it is real. And if you are an immigrant in the UK, this video may literally save your stay. Whether you are on a student visa, skilled worker visa, spouse visa, or even ILR, there are 5 categories of actions that can instantly get your visa revoked. But inside each of the category are details the Home Office doesn't spoon feed you. These are legal traps, unwritten expectation, and zero tolerance policies that surprise even the smartest among us. Number 1 rule is violation of work condition. This is actually the most common and also the most fatal. A student visa holder is allowed 20 hours of work per week during term time.
Legally, in terms of the government's rules and regulations, you're only allowed to work maximum of 20 hours in a week. So you can't exceed more than 20 hours in a particular week. So even if it is like 21 hours, 22 hours, even like 1 hour extra, 2 hour extra, it can cost you a lot.
1 week you do 24 hours. Maybe it is 2 extra hours at your part-time job. No one says, but 1 audit, 1 HMR report, 1 payroll mismatch, and it is all over. Now let's take the case of John from Nigeria. John, a master's student at the university in Birmingham, was juggling 2 part-time jobs, one at the supermarket and the other in the warehouse. He assumed as long as each job stayed below 20 hours, he was fine. What he didn't realize was that combined hours exceeded the weekly limit by 5 to 7 hours consistently for 3 months. The routine payroll audit flagged inconsistencies. The Home Office was alerted. Within 2 weeks, his sponsor license was revoked. John's visa was curtailed. He was given 60 days to leave the UK but couldn't find a new sponsor in time. He left voluntarily but now has a 10-year ban from reapplying. Now let's take a second case. Anna from Philippines. Anna was on Type 2 skilled worker visa, working as a nurse. During her days off, she picked up private home care shifts, unaware that they fell outside her sponsored employment terms. A patient family unknowingly included her name in a reimbursement form submitted to the NHS, triggering an inquiry. Her private shifts were classified as unauthorized work. Her visa was cancelled. She appealed, lost, and was deported after 14 months of court battles. So here are some of your pro tips. Use work hours tracking apps. Notify employers about your visa limit. Avoid self-employment unless explicitly permitted. Rule number 2, switching visa types illegally. Let's say you came on a visitor visa. You meet a potential employer. They love you. They offer you a job. You apply for a skilled worker visa while still in the UK. That is illegal. Let's take the case of Sarah from Kenya. Sarah arrived in London on a 6-month visitor visa to see her cousin. She later met someone at church and within 4 months they got engaged. Convinced that their relationship was legitimate, they submitted an in-country switch application to the spouse visa route. The Home Office rejected the application on the grounds that visitor visa do not permit in-country switching. But worse, Sarah's attempt was flagged as misrepresentation. She was detained for 48 hours and placed on removal notice. Her appeal was rejected. She's currently back in Nairobi, unable to apply again for UK visa for 5 years. Now, here are some of the solutions. Always check switchability. Consult immigration solicitor before applying. Use the UK VI tool online to confirm if your current visa allows switching. Rule number 3, false claims during application. This is a visa killer and it doesn't have to be a big lie. Even a misrepresented payslip or unverified tenancy agreement can destroy your case. Let's take a case of Raj from India. Raj was working in IT and needed to meet the salary threshold for his extension. His HR friend agreed to issue a letter stating he earned £34,000. The Home Office conducted a random employer verification, payroll record, didn't match. They called Raj in for an interview. He broke under pressure and admitted the document was tweaked. His visa was immediately revoked under paragraph 322(1)(a) for deception. He was ordered to leave the country within 28 days. Raj is now banned from returning to the UK for 10 years. A big misunderstanding. Some think it is okay to tweak their documents to fit the rules. That tweak is classified as fraud, period. Now, these are the things to watch out for. Get employer letters stamped and dated. Use genuine tenancy document. If unsure, get legal help before submitting anything. Rule number 4, criminal convictions. This one is obvious, but people still underestimate it.
In August 2005, the Home Office published a list of unacceptable behaviors that can result in exclusion or expulsion by the Home Secretary. These behaviors include using any means or medium to express views which foment, justify or glorify terrorist violence or other serious criminal activity, seeking to provoke others to commit such acts, or which foster hatred which might lead to intercommunity violence in the UK. Arriving in the UK with a criminal conviction. Everyone who arrives in the UK is checked against police, security and immigration watch lists. Border force staff may refuse entry to the European Economic Area, EAR, and non-EU nationals on the ground of previous criminal behavior. Non-EU nationals may be subject to a re-entry ban for a specified length of time, depending on the length and nature of the sentence. However, criminal convictions do not automatically give justification for expulsion of EU nationals from the UK. This is because EU law dictates that the decision to refuse entry or expel someone from the UK must be based on an assessment of the individual.
Let's take a case of Samuel from Nigeria. Samuel had a minor misunderstanding with his partner. Neighbors called the police. Though no charges were filed, he received a police caution. When reviewing his visa 6 months later, the caution appeared on his record. The Home Office cited concerns for public safety and refused his extension. His appeal failed and his BRP was cancelled. He was told to leave the UK voluntarily or face removal. Samuel returned to Lagos, bitter, confused, and unemployed. Now, let's take a second case of Leon from Jamaica. Leon was driving his friend's car without insurance. He was pulled over and fined. Months later, he applied for ILR. The traffic offense showed up in his criminal record certificate. ILR was denied. Home Office considered him a habitual rule breaker. He tried again after 2 years, only to receive a further refusal on good character grounds. This is what you must do. Always declare criminal history, even if minor. Don't lie about spent offenses. Seek legal advice if under police investigation. Rule number 5, public conduct and random immigration check. Okay, let's look at the case of Fatima from Pakistan. Fatima, a TikTok influencer, made a comedic video where she mimicked a UK immigration officer. It went viral, but not in good way. The video was flagged by viewers who found it offensive. The Home Office viewed it as a public incitement against immigration staff. Her BRP renewal was suspended. She was investigated under the not conducive to public good clause. Her social media account was used as evidence. Though no formal crime was charged, her application was denied and she was asked to leave the country. Now, let's look at another case of Olu from Nigeria. Olu was involved in a late night fight in a bus stop in Manchester. CCTV footage showed him throwing the first punch. Though it was resolved on site and no arrest occurred, his behavior was later cited when his visa renewal was reviewed. The Home Office decided his conduct was disorderly and not in line with the good character requirement. His visa was not renewed. Now, here are the things to consider. Assume anything public can reach the Home Office, and keep digital record professionally and clean. If you've made it to this point, here is the truth. Surviving on a UK visa is not just about getting in. It is about knowing the rules inside out. The Home Office expects one thing: full compliance, not partial, not convenience obedience. Obedience is required, all in full. Now, here are 3 things to do after today. Read every lines of your visa condition. Get legal checks before each application or renewal. Educate your friends and family. Ignorance is not an excuse, and you did not come to the UK to go back home in shame. Stay informed, stay legal, and stay protected. Subscribe to our channel, The Lens to the Fore. Thank you for watching. Check out our next video on the tab.